This is the ultimate quick start guide for Sojourn, the brand new Overwatch 2 DPS hero. Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. In this video, what I'm going to do is break down everything she can do. We're going to look at her abilities, how best to play her, best practices, everything you need to know to dominate with Sojourn. She is a fantastic DPS hero. Okay, let's get stuck into this. First up, let's take a look at the Railgun. The primary fire, you'll see in the middle of the screen, you've got a charge gauge. Body shot damage gives you 5 charge to your alternate fire. So primary and secondary both have headshot multipliers, which do double damage. So let's take a look at the Railgun. This is secondary fire. It is a ridiculous hit scan weapon. It does huge damage. Also, a nice little combo is if you charge the Railgun to 65 and then go for the quick Railgun, you can instantly delete many 200 HP targets. Now let's talk about damage fall off, because there just isn't any in both fire modes for this weapon. This means she's incredibly good at doing long range chip and spam damage with a primary fire, and yeah, you guessed it, if you've got a fully charged Railgun and you use that at range, it is disgusting. This is Disruptor Shot. Now this is disgusting. So it does quite a lot of damage, and you will notice it's got quite a big area of effect, which is pretty good. Also, this slows you down if you're in the area of effect. Yeah, so much for Blizzard removing slows from DPS heroes. Okay, let's talk about the ultimate. So this is disgustingly powerful. It's Overclock. What this does is rapidly charges the Railgun. So it rapidly charges alternate fire. You can see me in the training range here just absolutely deleting these bots. Oh, and when you pop the ultimate, the Railgun actually penetrates targets. That's right, it goes through targets. Oh my god, it's so good. Let's move on to Power Slide. This is just absolutely mental. So you can slide and super jump, and there are different ways of using this. So while you're sliding, you can actually fire and also reload your weapon. Not at the same time, you can do either or, which is really powerful. You can slide and go into a super jump, or you can slide for the whole duration and then jump at the end of it. It is so powerful. Okay, what we're going to do now is take a look at some gameplay footage. And I think we're going to start off looking at Sojourn's movement, because it is absolutely mental. This hero is so mobile, it beggars belief. It is mega. It's absolutely mega. Now, one thing Blizzard have nailed with this hero is making her fun to play. She feels incredible, very fluid, very fast. She's so powerful, incredibly powerful. What I want to do now is look at some examples of how you use Sojourn. What are some best practices? What 1v1s can you take? And we're just going to take a look at some gameplay footage and go through that. Okay, so we're on King's Row here, and you can see I've used my Disruptor Shot to fire into the back line to push the enemy away. And you'll notice I use the slide to close distance. It is so powerful for distance closing. You can be aggressive, you can chase people down. You see a low HP target, maybe like this one here, you can kind of go for the slide, you know, it's going to be totally fine and it's going to look awesome, you know, and I'm not just going to fall down a hole and die.
I think you missed.
No, it was lag. 100% it was lag. So you've got to be careful. You can't just slide everywhere and expect it to work, because sometimes you might fall down a hole. But look at that. Closing distance, sliding in, getting the kill. They don't expect you to be there. Suddenly you've got a Sojourn in your backline. You're like, oh no, what am I going to do? I'm going to get destroyed. You will see me use the E ability there as well. E is fantastic for area denial. It also sticks to surfaces, so you can fire it onto the walls. I'm calling it the E because obviously I'm a PC player, but it's Disruptor Shot. Maybe you bind it to a different key, or, you know, using the controller ultimately if you're playing on the consoles, but still, it is a powerful ability. Maybe a little bit too powerful, but remember, all of these abilities will probably stay the same going into beta and probably going into launch, but they'll probably have balance changes to them. So maybe the Railgun might do less damage, maybe they remove, I don't know, the headshot multiplier, maybe Disruptor Shot loses its slow. So there are things that might change, but yeah, she is so powerful. And I think you can just see from this footage, it's just like, oh my god, you can rush in, you can heavily pressure people, you've got ranged pressure from your primary fire, and by the way, you can instantly kill people at range when you've got a fully charged Railgun as well. Very good for dueling a Widow, because you're kind of like a better Widow. You've got all of this spam damage, loads of movement, and by the way, oh look, my Railgun's charged, I'm just going to kill people at range. And like you've just seen there, the usage of Overclock in that fight was super powerful. because if you're going to land your shots, you are going to delete people from the game. It is disgustingly powerful. So let's take a look at more examples of just Sojourn gameplay and absolutely dominating with this character. Now, what I'm trying to do here is I'm holding close on the bridge. I've used my Disruptor Shot in a great position to actually do damage to everyone as they move across the bridge. This, of course, slows them down, but also gives me ultimate charge, which is great. And you can see I am getting a ton of kills. I do have a mercy pocket here, but you still have to land the shots. I aggressively push forward with movement, with the slide. It is just it is so powerful. It's almost like she can do a lot of different things. Maybe she can do too much, but who cares? We're just playing the hero that we've been given. Now, this gameplay clip is super funky. So what I want you guys to see here is all damage from primary fire, even to May's wall, even to Reinhardt's barrier, or to Winston's barrier, or to any barrier, will charge the railgun. So this means you kind of want to spam damage at everything. Now, of course, these things could change in the future. But again, you can see me here. I go in, I can rapidly reposition with slide, get right into the face of that Bastion, do tons of damage to him, finish him off with a railgun shot. It is just mega powerful. This is probably my favorite gameplay clip of the lot, because this is on Midtown. So this is New York. It's a new map. We're getting pushed here on the high ground. We've got beat, which is obviously pretty good. But this means we can be quite aggressive. We can push forward and we can try and find a gap or an opportunity to punish the enemy. But you'll see, they actually burnt my shield when they burnt it down. I have to get out of there. I use slide to disengage. Super powerful. I'm 21 HP. I'm still disengaging, managing to get out of there, stay alive, help my soldier out. He kills the tracer. But then I can be aggressive again with slide. So I'm straight back into the fight. Waiting for Disruptor Shot to come off cooldown. And I'm going to try and fire that onto the high ground. We've got a hog in our face. Bit of a tech jump there with the slide. Up the side of that bus. Fire Disruptor Shot up there. It's doing massive amounts of damage. I've managed to secure the kill on the Mercy. This is pretty much going to give us the fight win. Tracer's there. I'm pressuring the Tracer. I know I can go in. I know I can be aggressive, because when slide is on cooldown, I know I've got that disengage option. It is so powerful. You can do everything with this hero, and I love it. She's so... Let me look at that. Straight back onto the high ground. It is so much fun. There's so much tech you can do with a movement as well. It's just awesome. Remember, you can reload while sliding. You can just slide if you like. You can slide backwards and forwards to the side, wherever you like. You can jump anytime during the slide, and it'll give you a super slide, but it also cancels the jump. You can also slide for the full duration, then leave it for like a split second, and then do the super jump if you jump after the slide. There's just so many things you can do. It is so powerful. So let's talk about Sojourn's strengths and weaknesses. We're going to start with the strengths to begin with. She's got high mobility. I think I've kind of made that very clear in this video so far. You can see the targets I've been selecting, the duels I've been taking, when I've been getting aggressive, when I've been able to disengage with the slide ability. It's just powerful, super powerful. So much mobility. It is crazy, which also makes her very hard to hit. She's got great spam damage with primary fire. Insane damage potential at infinite range with the railgun if, and it's a big if, you land the shots. She's got a super powerful Disruptor Shot, especially when combined with attempting to land rail shots, because remember, Disruptor Shot slows people down, so if you fire it into a group, then it's easier to land a headshot. It's a really nice kind of little combo. Of course, you can use Disruptor Shot like wherever you like, but it is kind of nice to sort of use it to try and get that combo. And also, thank you for that brig. You've got high pop-off potential on this hero. You can hard carry, especially when you use Overclock, which is the ultimate, which rapidly charges the railgun. I was playing against Overwatch League pros, and you can imagine what these guys do. They pop the ultimate and kill the whole team, and you're like, oh my god, there are going to be some insane highlight reels of Sojourn coming out of Overwatch League. But of course, if you can aim, well, you can benefit from that as well. She's got extreme flank ability. Now, flanking in Overwatch 2 is very powerful, and this is something that I think we're going to have to get used to, because people and players flank and they get massive reward in this game, much more than you would get in Overwatch 1. It comes down to the maps. The maps are designed for flanking. Even on the older maps, you can still do it. It's 5v5. There's one less tank, so there's a less tank to peel for the support, so it's more inviting for DPS to want to try and get into the backline. So always be aware of flanking heroes, but Sojourn is very, very powerful at flanking. So what about the weaknesses? Well, if you miss the rail shots and you keep missing the rail shots, you may as well play Soldier 76 and you may as well play Cassidy, because the power, these kills are just disgusting. As I'm watching them back, as I'm commentating over this video, it just looks disgusting to me. When you land the shot, it feels awesome. They instantly die. They're deleted. Massive damage. It's great. But of course, these are my best moments because there's lots of times where I might be missing shots and I'm not doing as much. And it's like, well, this is kind of embarrassing. That will happen to everybody who plays Sojourn. It's just part and parcel of the hero. It will happen. But yes, if you miss rail shots, be aware that you probably will should play a different hero. No self-heal. So you've got high mobility, but you can't self-heal. Again, comparing this to Soldier 76, he's got high mobility, nowhere near the mobility of Sojourn, but he can heal himself. So if he's off on a long flank, he's kind of a bit more survivable. What you need to do with Sojourn is be aware of where the health packs are and kind of play like Tracer and play like Genji. If you're flanking with those heroes, you need to be aware of where the health packs are, and the same applies to Sojourn. Always be aware of where the health packs are so you can disengage and grab them. It is hard to get value from Sojourn's ultimate against certain comps, so think Sigma because he's got a barrier. Think Diva because currently Defense Matrix can eat the Railgun, which it might always be able to. I don't know. Think Reinhardt if he's just blocking the rail. So it's not going to work against everything, but this is where her mobility comes in because you can jump up above barriers and then fire Railgun shots down, which is mega powerful. You can get caught out of position when Slide is on cooldown, and it sort of feels like Tracer when you don't have recall, or Doomfist if you've burnt all of your mobility and then you're just sort of standing in the enemy team and they kill you, so always be aware of that. There is a very strong temptation with Sojourn to spam primary fire, thinking that you're doing a lot of work. You get nice audio and visual feedback of all the pellets hitting the enemy. It's like, oh, wow, I'm doing stuff. The thing is, though, in reality, you need to use the Railgun to get kills, to secure kills, to cause effective damage. That's the key thing here. Use primary fire to charge up secondary fire, and then use secondary fire to go for the kills. Remember the combo that we said at the top of the video. Try and get 60-65 charge from primary fire, and then go into a railgun shot. Against 200 HP heroes, you will delete them. It is mega powerful. So there you go, guys. This has been the ultimate introduction guide to Sojourn. I'm trying to prime you guys for the way that she plays. I have got tons of hours of gameplay. Played loads of her in the alpha. She is very powerful. Blizzard have definitely nailed making her fun to play. If she's OP or not, I guess we'll find out in future. But at the moment, you've done an awesome job here, Blizzard, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, it really helps the channel. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below with how you think Sojourn is going to play going forward, and if you're looking forward to playing Sojourn. And remember, you can follow me on everything, which is at Stylosa. On TikTok, it's at Stylosa UL. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Toodaloo.